The wounds are still fresh from the violence at the white nationalist rally in Charlottesville and the death of Heather Heyer when a car plowed into a crowd of counter-protesters, and then President Trump's remarks afterwards that both sides were to blame. How much did that affect you personally?
The Wyden family knows a lot about Nazis. My dad and his family fled the Nazis. He got to come to our country, saw it as the freest and most open place on earth, and served in our army. We know something about Nazis in our families, and when you're talking about Nazis, you're not talking about something where there are two sides. They're just Nazis.
There's a growing call for a resolution of censure of the president for his response to the violence and seeming to defend white supremacists. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi's on board. Last I checked, there were at least 80 congressional members in the House that said they would sign on to that. Would you sign on to a resolution of censure?
I believe his actions with respect to Charlottesville were just plain wrong. I would support something like that. I have no illusions about this changing his behavior. What I would just hope is that he would see in the future that there are some of these issues where there are clear judgments with respect to right or wrong, and there were not many sides to this conflict.
Do you think that will dominate the discussion when you go back to Congress in a couple of weeks?
I think it certainly caused more skepticism about his ability to tackle big issues. I mean, look at the comments of Senator Bob Corker, the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Lindsey Graham, John McCain. This conflict with the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, just takes your breath away, because here they are 7 months into their administration. They don't have a signature legislative accomplishment. Mitch McConnell is their go-to person for getting legislation passed. And I can tell you already, I just regard it as legislative malpractice that they didn't come right in and pass a roads and bridges and infrastructure package.
Which the president promised.
President promised, he said he was a businessman, and it's just so doable. I mean, I wrote the Build America Bonds program during the Economic Recovery Act back in 2009. We sold $180 billion worth of Build America bonds. Oregon made extensive use on it. Many of the roads that your viewers traveled on this morning had improvements with Build America bonds, and yet he didn't do it.